It's the first round, the first fight. You talk about nerves in a quick fight. Both these fighters have to deal with nerves early.
They really do, Jimmy. You have to come out strong with this one-round fight. Otherwise, you're on the back foot from the get-go.
And there is the opening bell. See the southpaw outlaw not disappointing in the southpaw stance. And we wondered about this. An early takedown from Carrie Kenneson against the fence.
That was a beautiful level change there. She really hit that shot, cut the angle, and, you know, De Jesus didn't really give up much of a defense to that takedown.
When you described her early, you said accurately that her style is almost traditional Muay Thai, a lot of kicks, but that means not a lot of footwork, not a lot of angling. She was right in front for that takedown.
She really was. There's not a lot of lateral movement, and I think that's what enabled Kenneson, to be able to get in, cut that level change, and really hit that takedown perfectly. And she's doing a beautiful job controlling, but De Jesus doing a phenomenal job bringing it back to the feet. Beautiful knees.
And we talked about the Thai system. She's in the plum now. This is where she wants to be. Kenneson do a good job throwing uppercuts through the center. Changing level, but no setup for that takedown this time.
No, De Jesus is doing a phenomenal job of keeping that clinch. She's doing a beautiful job with her head control, really pushing Kenneson's face away and making it hard for her to be able to circle and be able to create range again.
Good job getting back to her feet. One thing you want to do in a fight like this, your opponent takes you down, you want them to spend a lot of energy trying to hold you down. De Jesus, good job getting back to her feet.
She did a phenomenal job, and she's doing such a good job of timing these takedown attempts by Kenneson and really using that frame with her forearm to be able to create this space, sprawl, and do a lot of damage. This is, despite giving up the takedown, this is beautiful work for De Jesus after that.
Get at us on Twitter, hashtag Phoenix Series 3. De Jesus doing a great job from that southpaw stance, great hook over the top. And you can see the strategy on the outside. She's throwing a volume of punches on the inside. Great elbows.
Beautiful elbows.
Now this is the good side of traditional Thai. In that clinch, she's doing great work.
It really is, and a lot of people, if they don't train traditional Muay Thai, they don't know how to deal with that clinch, and they don't know how to deal with those short-range weapons with the knees and the elbows. And De Jesus is doing a phenomenal job, but man, Kenneson, the toughness, she's still throwing, she's still coming back. Big left hook over the top.
But she has yet to come up with an answer on the feet for the attack of Serena De Jesus. Got the takedown early, but couldn't hold her down.
She really could, but Serena, her forward pressure, I feel like, is very key here. You know, Kenneson does have a tendency to allow her opponents to back her up a little much, and we're seeing that here right now.
If she doesn't give Serena De Jesus a reason to back up, she won't. And remember, folks, if you're watching at home, the easiest thing to judge is who's moving forward in a one-round fight. Could be about the aggressor. So far, that's Serena De Jesus.
It really has been, Jimmy. She's been so dominant with her striking, her range control. That left hand and that left body kick is landing every time she throws. And look at this, she's going for a takedown of her own. Beautiful.
Nice. Right into half guard, exactly where she wants to be. Look for that left punch and elbow.
Oh, it's some brutal ground and pound. Kenneson is in a tough spot here. She really needs to get to work.
And in that whizzer position, she just can't defend that left side.
No, it's so heavy, and it's so hard to be able to counter that heavy whizzer. And with those brutal elbows, man, this is not looking good for Kenneson.
Good job by De Jesus keeping the pressure on. We saw against Taneisha Tennant, she started strong but fell to some counter punches. She's been a little bit tighter, a little bit more explosive in this fight, and great combinations.
She really has, like you said, she's much tighter this time around, and she's very clean and crisp with her striking. There's not a lot of, you know, dead space, if you will, for lack of a better term.
And no wasted motion. It seems like everything's crisp and sharp and accurate.
Very energy efficient, and I think that is so important, particularly with these one-round fights, because if she's going to move on, she needs to be able to recover, and if you're being energy efficient and not wasting a lot of energy, it's going to be super important.
It's such a tough line. You cannot waste any energy because you have to fight again, but you got to spend what you got in the open round or there won't be another round.
Exactly, and
good inside trip. The question is, with only 35 seconds left, can she turn a fight around that she has been losing? Make no mistake.
This is great for Kenneson here, and if she can keep this position and do some damage, but man, that Kimura by De Jesus.
Hard to finish from half guard, but you can do it, stepping over.
Kenneson doing all the right things. She's creating, you know, the angle, taking the back now. This is not good for De Jesus to finish the round like it is.
Only 10 seconds left, though. Wasn't enough to turn around the fight.
Reversal.
Ending up on top, but it's a little bit too little, too late. We'll see what the judges think.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after one round, we go to the judges' scorecards. All three agree. 10-9 for your winner, and advancing to the semifinals. Out of the blue corner, the Southpaw Outlaw, Serena De Jesus.
And there is the opening bell. Once again, they're starting off in opposite stances. They're starting off quickly, Megan.
Definitely no filling out period between these ladies.
That's one thing to get past the nerves is attack, get that muscle memory going. Don't have time to think about it, but it looks like Claire Guthrie trying to take the back, being very aggressive early, Megan.
Guardado doing a very good job, though, of countering that, making sure that she finishes the takedown, completes it, and ending up in a very dominant position.
She had to be nervous there, almost got her back taken. But now the close guard from Claire Guthrie, Taylor Guardado on top. Has to stay very, very careful here. Claire Guthrie walking her legs up underneath the armpits. The rule of thumb in jiu-jitsu, high guard, you're going for submissions. Low guard, you're going for sweeps, generally speaking. She's walking up, definitely looking for submissions.
And she's definitely cutting that ankle, and it looks like she could be going for either an armbar or a triangle and trying to set up that. But man, Guardado doing a very good job, staying controlled, staying squared with her hips, and doing some damage and nullifying that offensive jiu-jitsu game.
Now you talked about the triangle. Look at the wrist control on the left side. That's how you set up the triangle. She's trying to step over for it. She's got it. Not quite closed up there. The left arm still in the middle.
Guardado doing a really good job of keeping that other arm in. You know, traditionally with the triangle, you need one arm in, one arm out. She's doing a very good job of stopping that from happening.
They're trying to force that left arm in. That's her triangle counter. If you're Claire Guthrie, you want to cut the angle, not able to do it.
Short elbows over the top.
Guardado landing big shots to the ribs, trying to stay busy. Neither one of these ladies is stalling in this position. Guthrie walking up for submissions. Guardado trying to unload on top. Don't have a lot of time to make your first impression here.
They really don't, and I think Guardado really needs to look to square Guthrie's head up against the cage, because she's letting her create that angle which enables her to be able to throw up those submissions. So I'd like to see her kind of square her opponent up a little bit to be able to nullify that offensive jiu-jitsu game.
Now, if you're Guthrie's coach, she's on her back, she's going for submissions, she's certainly working, and they're standing it up. Interesting choice. Might be motivated by the fact that it's a one-round fight. They want a lot of action. Referees are going to be influenced by that, in my opinion.
I think so too, Jimmy.
I think if that were a three-round fight, I don't think they stand that up.
No, I don't think so, because you have time to work. You have 10 more minutes after this round to work. You do not have that in this tournament style, and I think that was a very smart decision.
The question in my mind right now, Guthrie and Guardado were both on the ground. They were both doing what they could, but Guthrie on her back. Does she need to make up time? She's fighting like she needs to make up time. Nice overhand right.
Oh, beautiful takedown by Guardado. Guthrie straight back up though. She's doing a phenomenal job. She's so explosive. As soon as she hits that mat, she's popping right back up and trying to get to work.
Guardado looking for that mat return there. She has the body lock. Good physical pressure. You talked about that before, Megan.
Yep, fight the hands. Fight the hands.
She's doing a very good job of keeping her hips below Guthrie's hips to stop that hip toss, to stop those judo-type throws. And she's doing a really good job of squaring her back on the cage, so it doesn't really give Guthrie a lot of options to be able to circle and create space.
Right now, Guardado looks like the much bigger fighter, the much stronger fighter. She's playing in bully in there so far.
She really does, and I think one thing to take into consideration too is Claire Guthrie does naturally fight at 125 pounds, and she's coming up in weight for the tournament. And when I spoke to her, she just felt she couldn't pass up an opportunity like this. So she definitely is giving up some size in this competition.
This is the negative side of that, going for that opportunity. She's facing an opponent who's much bigger and is using a strategy that takes advantage of that size disparity.
It really does. But she's, you know, Guthrie's doing a very good job. Look, she's just done a beautiful reversal. She's looking for her own takedown. We'll see if she can complete it.
Look at Guardado, very, very solid, able to turn her against the fence.
Just physically so dominant, Jimmy.
They're in the same position, but Guardado able to muscle Guthrie around.
She really is, and even though she is muscling, we have to take into consideration how energy efficient is that.
She's spinning a lot of gas, a lot of upper body. It almost looked like a Greco-Roman fight so far.
She really is. Oh, Guthrie employing that tie clinch there. Beautiful reversal.
And as we saw in the last fight, she's finishing strong. Will that be enough to sway the judges? That's very, very important.
Well, fine fans, after one round, we go to the scorecards. All three judges score this one 10-9. Your winner by unanimous decision. And moving on to the semifinals, Taylor Guardado.
I know Hope Chase, who was born in 1998, doesn't remember a young Mike Tyson, but she has the same stare. I don't know if she's been watching on YouTube, but she has it down. There is the opening bell. As predicted, she starts very, very quickly.
Incredibly intense is Hope Chase.
You see that awkward style, flailing the hands around, hard to time her head movement. Ottolino playing the outside. Has the range advantage, but has to stay behind the jab, has to use her feet.
Chase is just doing a phenomenal job of cutting off the cage. She's doing a good job of not letting Ottolino really create space, and she's cutting her off with those hooks as she tries to circle out.
Nice dip under that shot, and she hurt her already. Beautiful job dipping under the right hand, came across with a shot of her own. That hurt Ottolino. Now trying to clinch, maybe get this one to the ground. Good short elbows, that one hurt as well.
Absolute ferocity from Hope Chase right now. She is on a mission. These are incredibly hard shots.
The Mike Tyson comparisons can continue with her style because she is unloading hooks on Ottolino. And if you're Ottolino with those long legs, you want to wrap up Hope Chase. She's very aggressive on top. Looking to isolate the left arm, has to be careful here.
Now Chase doing a good job of, oh man.
Nice ground and pound, but remember against Megan Cawley, she got in trouble, almost got armbarred early in that fight. Has to be very careful on top. She has a tendency to straighten her arms.
She's doing a really good job of keeping her hip square, but man, the flexibility of Ottolino to be able to throw up that armbar. Oh!
Isolating the left arm, going after it with the armbar. Hope Chase trying to keep pressure on, keep that arm from getting extended.
She's got to watch as she comes back in to be able to...
Now in triangle position. Not able to throw it up fast enough, though. Ottolino showing she's dangerous from her back.
She really is. If I was Hope Chase, I would stand the fight back up. She was obviously winning. Why sit in a position where there is the potential for that submission?
Yeah, she might want to stand up and back out rather than try to land ground and pound and end up in submission danger. You see she has great stand-up, but making some fundamental mistakes on the ground, but keeping the pressure on. I think it's one of those things where she believes she has Ottolino wounded, doesn't want to let her off the hook.
I think so, and I think too, having a karate background, I feel like maybe she wants to prove that she has that grappling experience, that she is a legitimate threat on the ground as well.
And that's where pride may get the better of her, because Ottolino has had some success with the submission attempts, hasn't been able to secure anything, but has shown Hope Chase's vulnerabilities on the ground. Walking her legs up again.
Chase doing a very good job, though, of nullifying those attempts. She's not letting her get that rubber guard. You know, she's doing a good job holding the head there and a can-opener position, trying to force the legs open, be able to posture up and hit those strikes. Oh, and she backs up.
Comes in with a big right hook. She is not backing off at all on the feet. She doesn't throw any jabs. She doesn't throw a lot of feints. It's a lot of movement. And then she moves in with power strikes.
She does, but she's defensively, her offhand protect is not there, and I worry if she is countered, that could be very detrimental for her.
She's done a good job so far of slipping punches. Ottolino a bit off balance. Beautiful hooks, and she's committing to every single one, Megan.
She is, and as we went with the last fight, she has another round and another 4 rounds potentially if she gets through this quarterfinal. How energy efficient is that? Throwing 110% and everything but the kitchen sink into everything that she does.
Yeah, if you don't get the finish, you're spending a lot of gas. Ottolino, though, right now not having any success at keeping Hope Chase back. Not effective with the jab, not effective with the lead kick, not good with the teeps. She's been having to deal with a close-range fighter with a lot of power.
Chase just seems to be reading those looping hooks that Ottolino is throwing at her. You know, Ottolino is trying to switch stances and throw up some different looks, but Chase is just so relentless with her pressure. She's a little wide with her striking. I would like to see her kind of crispen that up, go down the center a little bit, make it less readable.
But so far, she's sticking with what is working, and what is working is power shots in volume. 10 seconds left. Can't end fast enough for Julija Ottolino.
Absolute domination.
She had the Mike Tyson stare and the Mike Tyson hooks. Her power. That was the story of this fight. Hope Chase, the Hurricane. You see where she got the nickname?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 1 round, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 judges score it 10-9. Your winner. Moving on to the semifinals tonight from Pittsburgh, PA, Hurricane Hope Chase.
It is the counter striker versus the aggressive, smaller volume puncher. We'll see how that works out this time. Let's get it started.
Let's go, let's go.
And I talked about volume. It looks like she's throwing already.
Keep trying that hook.
Victoria trying to get something done with the jab, trying to keep it in the face of Tennant.
Stay on her. Let's go.
Brittany Victoria in the, looks like green and blue. Taneisha Tennant in the black.
Let's go. Stay busy, Brittany. There you go. Nice jab. Gotta be sharp.
Both fighters getting it done with the jab early.
They really are. I think both of them are kind of figuring out their range right now, and Brittany Victoria definitely has not had a filling out period. She is throwing haymakers early on, and she's looking for the finish straight away.
Yeah, she's throwing a lot of volume, trying to keep the numbers high.
Let's go. Stay busy.
Taneisha Tennant, she's the counter striker, trying to read those shots and come in with the right hand. That's what she did so well against De Jesus.
Come on, bro. You gotta step in with them. Let's go.
Style-wise, at first playing out like we expected.
More hands, Britt. More hands. You gotta step in. You gotta step in. Don't wait. Don't wait. You'll be first.
Question on 1-round fight is, will Tennant get her counter punching going in time? You can win the first 5 minutes on volume alone without landing a whole lot, just being the aggressor and just throwing.
You can, and right now it doesn't look like she's being very aggressive, and I think she's not able to find that counter timing just yet, and Brittany Victoria isn't really letting her do that. She's just constantly pressuring forward, she's throwing up volume, and she's not letting Tennant get into her rhythm.
And also, we've seen in previous fights, she stands a little tall, has been neglecting her defense. I like her hands, very, very high, chin tucked, not being the easy target we've seen in other fights.
Pressure, Britt. Let's go. There you go. Let's go. Push forward. Get that PD up. Let's go. Gotta go more. You gotta go more. Close with the set.
Taneisha Tennant trying to read behind the jab, single and double. Looks like she's waiting for that perfect opening for the right hand, while Victoria seems content to just throw.
It's a beautiful right down the center there for Tennant. She's starting to find a home for that. She's switching stances, throwing up a couple different looks, but I would like to see her be a little bit more active. She needs to really get to work. She only has half a round left.
Oh, nice front kick. Not a right on the chin, not a lot behind it though. And the thing is, as a counterpuncher, she tends to move back. Nice left hand. We're talking about her setting up the counter shot. She did it. Beautiful left hand right on the jaw. Victoria is still hurt.
Absolutely precision striking by Tennant. Oy!
Another good right hand. Man, she has Brittany Victoria rocked and moving backward.
And I love how Tennant is mixing up her strike. She's not just head hunting, she's throwing up that left body kick. She's changing her levels. She's doing a great job of just sniping those punches right down the center.
I will translate oi means hey in Australia, just so you guys know.
It does.
For the fans that don't know and haven't been here. Good head movement by Tennant.
She's really starting to find her range. She's really starting to find her rhythm.
To me, it seems like the tide has turned. It looks like Brittany Victoria needs to do something this last minute and a half to get the fight back, because those shots really hurt her.
Tennant, just beautiful movement, beautiful lateral movement, left and right. She's just not giving Victoria anything.
Not a stationary target. Not putting her against the fence right there. She's angling out very, very well. Has to come out with some counter punches. Remember, Brittany Victoria, the aggressor in the first half of this fight. Nice counter right again. Was patient the first half of the round. And a beautiful left hook to the chins, to the jaw, started it off. Now working in that Muay Thai clinch. Going for the high crotch is Brittany Victoria. Trying to get this fight to the ground with a minute left.
Run it.
Tennant doing a very good job reversing that position. She's staying heavy on the head.
And also in a position right now to either yank her up to defend this takedown or circle around. If they do get taken down, she can circle around to that, to Victoria's right side. Maybe take the back if she lets it go.
Let's go, Brittany. 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
As much as we've talked about efficiency tonight, I have to say, Taneisha Tennant fighting a very efficient fight.
Oh, she really is, and she doesn't look like it's taxing her very much to be able to employ this game plan. Beautiful movement, beautiful, oh man.
Nice uppercut, that hurt her as well. Turning it on for the last 10 seconds. Taneisha Tennant leaving an impression in the mind of the judges.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is official. After one round, all three judges score it 10-9. Your winner, and advancing to the semifinals tonight, Taneisha Triple Threat Tennant.
Beautiful. Will it be Kelly Clayton or that woman, Florina Mueller? Both fighters won it. This is the reserve bout. The winner, should something happen to any tournament participant, they will slide in as the alternate. Nice right hand to start it off with. Oh, good right. Oh, Kelly Clayton is getting it done early with that right hand. Another one right on the button.
She's just doing a beautiful job of just countering the pressure of Mueller.
I was wondering if Mueller would come in with her chin high, and she did. An easy target for Kelly Clayton. Working on the single leg now to try to get this fight to the ground, but she had some power shots, Megan.
She really did, and it was a little rough for her there, and I think this is a really smart decision for Mueller to look to close that range, nullify those striking of Clayton, and she's doing a good job of, she's got the body lock now. She's looking to reap the outside of the leg, look for the takedown. Now she's stepping in. She's going to look to lace up that leg right in front of her and look for that takedown, take it to the ground, and try and do some damage of her own.
Because what she doesn't want to do is stay on the outside on the feet, because she was eating power punch after power punch. It looked like she might have been dropped. She hadn't come in and gotten that single leg. She was in a lot of trouble, Megan.
She really was, Jimmy.
Kelly Clayton looking for some space now. They're right in front of us. Hands are not locked on that body lock. That's why Kelly Clayton able to force her down a little bit now, going over top. Maybe thinking about a guillotine.
You know, Clayton doing a very good job of having a wide base. She's really based her legs out. She's creating a very hard job for Mueller to be able to snatch up that single, snatch up that outside leg reap. And now she's reversed her on the cage. I would like to see her separate and throw some strikes.
That's exactly the distance she wants, circling off the fence now. Man, she's throwing that right hand like there is no tomorrow, like it is going out of style. It's the one punch she keeps going back to.
It's working.
That is so true. She's landing it every time. Why not keep throwing it?
It is. It's working every time. And I think that she just needs to have a little bit more urgency to separate here. Man, the physicality of Clayton is just on display right now.
Bowled her around.
Good. Now switch
Flip
direction.
Mueller against the fence, now leaning on her.
You're listening so well.
You are right. She landed with that right hand every time she threw it. The only issue is after she throws it, she tends to move straight back, and Mueller's taking advantage of that and closing distance again, putting her against the fence.
Some beautiful knees here in that over-under position.
There, now circle. Now
Mueller needs to get something done, commit to a takedown. Hasn't really committed to a level change, anything like that. She's been content to hold on to that body lock.
There's that, oh man, there's that right hand again.
That is all she is trying to land, and there it is again.
Lower your level, lower your level, lower your level.
First one to the temple, last one to the jaw. Now the left hook over the top for good measure.
There you go.
But Mueller just pulling forward with her head high.
Absolute.
And she's getting pummeled. Determination is one thing, but she needs to tuck her chin or move her head, because right now, Megan, it's target practice.
It really is. Kelly Clayton is just doing a phenomenal job of just landing, controlling the range, and just sniping that right hand in every time she throws.
Get at us on Twitter, hashtag Phoenix Series 3. We're in the middle of a very entertaining fight. Kelly Clayton all over Florina Mueller is doing everything she can to stay in this fight, clinching on the body, trying to keep this fight anywhere but the center of the cage, where she has been getting beaten up, especially with that right hand.
Second underhook. Your second underhook's there. Yes. Now get your hands locked.
And you do wonder a bit why Kelly Clayton doesn't break off in these positions. She seems content to stay in this body lock position. Could be a little fatigued. She's been throwing heavy punches from the beginning.
Mueller is doing a really good job of just sticking to her. She's doing it, and even in the open mat, as she's getting hit, she is just constantly Terminator walking forward and just trying to close that range. So it is hard. Oh, good takedown there for Clayton.
Stepping right over into full mount, right around the guard, and Mueller turning her back. That's not a smart move. Could be giving up the ground and pound finish or the choke. Got to be careful here. Only 30 seconds left. And Kelly Clayton just pouring it on. Both hooks in now.
20 seconds, no choke here, 20 seconds.
Mueller, this entire fight, it's been all Kelly Clayton in this reserve match. Going hard for the rear naked, and she gets it with 10 seconds left. Kelly Clayton is our first reserve fighter.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes officially 4 minutes, 51 seconds. Round number 1, your winner by rear naked choke, Kelly Skittles Clayton.
Mitzi Mary versus Morgan Hickham, our second reserve bout. Something happens to someone in the tournament, one of these ladies might step in. There's the opening bell.
Hips in, come on, hips in, take your underhook, there you go, good.
Going right into clinch range briefly. Mitzi Mary very high with the hands, chin tucked, does not give an easy target.
She looks very controlled, very measured with her striking. She seems really calm and relaxed in there.
She is. Morgan Hickham a little bit taller in her stance, a little bit higher with her chin. We've seen a lot of instances tonight where that led to a bad result quickly. I know with 1 round, 5 minutes, one thing offense, but got to keep that defense sound as well, Megan.
And Mitzi Mary is doing a phenomenal job of that. Like, her shoulders are up, her offhand protect. She's throwing her punches and they're coming right back to her face, not letting her opponent, Morgan Hickham, get any counter shots in.
Yeah, very crisp and technical with the hands. Good combinations. That straight line is beating the loopy punches so far of Morgan Hickham.
Beautiful jab right down the middle, like you said, Jimmy.
How they teach you to do it, just like that. Good combination, puts Hickham against the fence.
Win the battle there. You know the battle we gotta win.
I'm surprised a little bit by that. Mary having a lot of success with the punches, yet going in for the clinch.
She is, but you know, she is a couple fights in, and the experience obviously is she's growing and she's learning. And you feel things in there that you might not necessarily be the right decision making. I think an opportunity presented it to herself, and she's taken it. But you know, this is obviously not the right decision because she is now on the cage.
And Hickham looking like right now the slightly bigger fighter, leaning against Mary. keeping her against the fence. And with the punches she was eating, that's a good tactical decision.
It really is. She needs to close that range, keep it a short-range fight. Man, she's got to watch out for that those knees and those elbows in that position.
Dangerous head position right now. Against the fence, nice elbows by Mitzi Mary over the top.
Chip, chip, chip.
Chip, Morgan. Hey, back and forth now. Let's go. Low head.
A little bit of footwork might help to get out of this position. She's targeting the ear, perfectly legal shots.
Bump into the cage. Bump into the cage.
Very, very busy in these positions is Mitzi Mary. Hickham has to, I think, really commit to this high crotch in order to get this takedown. She does not want to stay in this position. But Mitzi Mary going for the reverse armbar, walking her legs up.
Turn her into the cage, Morgan.
Active in the guard, Vegan.
She is, and she's doing a good job of controlling that arm and throwing up a high guard. Look for her to be able to swivel her hips out, go for that armbar. She's almost there, but Hickham doing a good job of squaring up her hips and nullifying that angle to be able to adjust for the armbar.
The problem is Hickham is right now behind in this fight. He needs to get something done right now. Mitzi Mary busy from the bottom. Hickham, to me, has to pass or posture up to get some good ground and pound going. She's in triangle trouble now.
Keep that arm, keep that.
Mitzi Mary trying to isolate the right arm of Morgan Hickham.
You can clear that.
One kind of omoplata, but keeping that arm straight. There's the omoplata trying to sit up to get the crank.
Absolutely beautiful transition there, Jimmy.
Omoplata, if you can't get it, you have to turn it into a sweep. You keep pushing with the legs. Right now, she's a little bit stuck. Coming out the back door. She might be able to sit up and take the back, and she does. Going straight for the rear naked.
Shoulder down.
No hooks in, doesn't care. A little bit of the Marcelo Garcia there. I don't have hooks, I don't care. Going for the rear naked anyway.
Hickham doing a good job of fighting that choking arm.
Transition. You're good. Slide your hip out.
Trying to stay behind her though. Arm now looks like it might be under the chin. Only one hook in, but she can still get the choke from here. She's got to free that arm.
Get your left elbow on her hip.
Now full back. She's got that body triangle.
Less than a minute. Come on.
So far, Morgan Hickham on the ground, on the defensive.
Definitely, and she's in a bad position here with Mitzi Mary. She's got that elbow right in that chin area. She's looking to snatch up that other arm, and really, Hickham is still doing a good job of defending. She's controlling that choking arm. She's not letting her be able to lock up that position.
Problem is, 20 seconds left. You have to be more than defensive, and it doesn't look like she's going to get out of this position with 15 seconds left.
No, she's doing a good job of defending, but like you said,
in a fight you're losing, not quite enough. And Mitzi Mary aggressive from start to finish, on the feet and on the ground. Great job by her. You said she wanted to make a statement, Megan. I think she just did.
I think she really did.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after one round, all three judges score this contest 10-9. Your winner by unanimous decision out of Edmond, Oklahoma, Mitzi the Mother Mary.
The first of our semi-final fights, Taylor Guardado versus Serena De Jesus. De Jesus in the blue trunks, Guardado in the green.
Straight with that, straight with that.
Beautiful, beautiful push kick right to the face.
Be first, be first. Be first, Taylor.
Guardado coming out throwing big punches, not afraid to engage. Straight to the over-under body lock. Right in front of us, she's trying to work that clinch position, just like she did in round one.
De Jesus really needs to be very offensive in trying to turn and get her back off the cage. She cannot sit here and let Guardado get to work.
Now, you pointed out, quite astutely, that the weigh-ins on the graphics were not correct. It wouldn't surprise me if they're correct right now, if she isn't 10, 11, 12 pounds heavier, Guardado, than De Jesus, because that's what it looks like.
It really does, and we forget that Guardado fought at 145 pounds, when she was last fighting, and she fought, Ashley Evans Smith, Ronda Rousey at that weight class, so she definitely looks the bigger fighter tonight.
Keeping the physical pressure on. One thing the Thai plum needs, the Thai plum requires at least a little bit of space to get your knees and elbows working. So far, De Jesus doesn't have that. Nice hook over the top, though. But Guardado not afraid to throw short punches inside. This is the kind of space De Jesus needs to get that Muay Thai plum going.
She has a really good job of those short, sharp elbows right on the break, and she does a great job of like pulling at the crown of the head and really breaking down the posture of her opponent.
That little bump in the back of the head, coaches tell you get right behind that and you can lead somebody anywhere, and it's true.
Heavy on that underhook. Give me your right hand.
I've been flung through the ropes by little Thai guys, like 130 pounds, flinging right through the ropes.
They're savages.
Savages. Very humbling experience. Good elbow over the top again. But you're right, that elbow just perfectly placed.
And she's just doing such a good job of like creating space and that head control and using that frame to be able to nullify those level changes of Guardado. Beautiful, beautiful hand over the top.
Back to the center. Talked about the liver kick, she just threw it. Left kick to the right side of the body. Very light on that lead foot, very traditional Thai. She goes back to the liver kick again. Guardado staying behind the jab. Really committing to that left hook, yeah.
And her hands are, though, tending to they're getting a little lower as the fight's going on. But, man, she's still swinging that right hand.
She's flinging big punches. Not that crisp, not that technical, but she's committing to every single one.
De Jesus just showing such patience and control. She's really picking her shots. And again, she looks like it's effortless. She is so conserving her energy here. And she just looks like she's laser focused in, just sniping those shots, missing those big kicks, missing those right hands just by millimeters.
Get at us on Twitter at Phoenix Series 3. We had some very exciting fights tonight. Guardado getting back into it with those combinations. Now, this is where De Jesus has had a lot of success from this Thai clinch. He's going at it with the knees again. Another elbow right over the top. As you said, this really negated the kind of Greco game of Guardado. Hasn't really been able to really pummel in and get the position that she's really wanted.
100%, Jimmy. Serena De Jesus has done a phenomenal job of using that frame. You know, she's not getting overzealous with it. She's just framing. And, you know, you can't shoot when your head is looking up to the sky. And I think she's doing a phenomenal job of that, using her head control and just doing a lot of damage on that inside range.
And it's so annoying to have somebody's forehead pressing right into your chin. It just sucks.
It really is. It is not. It's not the most pleasantest of experiences.
She's using it well. And she used it to set up that short elbow again. Guardado getting that body lock. Will she change level and go for the takedown? Try and pull De Jesus off the fence and not able to do it. But she is persistent with that pummel.
De Jesus just seems to have an answer for everything that Guardado is coming at her with. And man, like...
Oh, I think she may have tweaked her knee stepping back. Did you see that? Briefly lost balance. Guardado throwing hard. Nice uppercut through the center. It's those loopy punches, very, very hard to read. Who's gonna finish hard? 10 seconds left. De Jesus stalking forward, trying to leave that impression in the mind of the judges, but both of these ladies throwing everything they have in that one-round fight. It's a great semifinal to start it off.
That was a phenomenal semifinal, Jimmy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after one round, we go to the judges' scorecards, and we have a split decision. Your winner moving on to the finals tonight, Taylor Guardado!
And there is the opening bell, Taneisha Tennant versus Hope Chase. No surprise here, Hope Chase coming out, big burst of energy all over the center of the cage. Taneisha Tennant trying to read, trying to figure her out.
That's it. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. That's right. That's it.
It's a matter of who will strike first, who will find the opening first, or who will make the opening.
Everything off second.
I think Tennant is using those teep kicks, using that jab to find her range and see how Chase Hope reacts.
That hand. Light shot.
Send out signals, see what you get back.
Light shot. Light shot. Move that
That's going to be
hand.
Tennant's best friend in this fight, that lead jab.
Work everything off that front.
Hope Chase trying to find the space and a quick double leg. Nice penetration on the shot, but so far no takedown.
Tennant doing a beautiful job of using her length.
Usually a shorter fighter with that excellent timing on the takedown. She was in deep.
That was
Usually you get
incredibly
that, yeah.
explosive.
And also surprising. Thought Tennant believed she was coming in with hooks. No, she changes levels, goes for the takedown. Now going single leg, head on the inside, trying to pull Taneisha Tennant off the cage. Take her to the center for the takedown, not gonna get it. Good pressure so far by Hope Chase. Taneisha Tennant has to get something done with her foot, circle out of this position.
That was a great job by Tennant to be able to use that throw, to be able to create the range, re-establish that. Oh,
Kick right through the center, good head movement by Hope Chase. Hope Chase just bouncing. Always on her toes, always side to side. Good job with the jab. Good job slipping that big right hand, but Hope Chase so far hasn't gotten in range to throw her big punches yet. But also Taneisha Tennant not throwing those wide hooks that she can slip under and close distance with. Hasn't happened yet.
Tennant's head movement is just beautiful. She's slipping those punches, she's creating angles, she's just definitely showing her diversity. Chase looking for the takedown. She's got a deep, deep grip on that leg.
Trying to go single leg, but she has to pull Tennant off the fence to really get this takedown going. And Tennant going with those short elbows.
Doing such a good job of basing out and creating such a hard pressure on that head for Chase to be able to effectively pull that leg off the cage.
And she's out of trouble again. Now, Taneisha Tennant doing a good job using the jab and counter punching, but hasn't landed anything big. And so far, Hope Chase has been the aggressor. Does Taneisha Tennant need to turn it up with 1:45 left to you, Megan?
She definitely does. Chase has definitely been the aggressor, but she hasn't been landing as much as Tennant has. It's just she has been more offensive with her wrestling. So I would like to see Tennant pick it up a little bit and really go high volume with those return combinations.
Hope Chase finally throwing those big punches, not connected yet, but driving Taneisha Tennant back. Once again, going hard for that single leg. Taneisha Tennant throwing those short elbows right to the temple. To your point, I do believe that Taneisha Tennant has been more effective with the strikes. She's done a bit more damage. But we've seen other fights slip away from fighters. They land more effectively, but judges go with the aggressor, the one who's throwing a bit more, the one who's controlling the real estate, and that has been Hope Chase so far.
She's just so creative with her strike selection. She'll throw spinning elbows, spinning back fists, spinning kicks.
Never know exactly what's coming. It's been hard for... Oh, nice spin kick. It's been hard for Taneisha Tennant to find her counter-punching range because of that diversity, I think, in part.
I think Chase is forcing her to fight a higher pace fight than she's used to, and she doesn't have an answer for that. But she's doing a phenomenal job of creating space, head movement.
This is yet another fight I would hate to be a judge. And Hope Chase chasing after the takedown in the final seconds isn't enough. Both fighters reacting as though they have won. Very, very energetic.
Ladies and gentlemen, after one 5-minute round in this semifinal, we go to the judges. All three see it 10-9 for your winner by unanimous decision. And moving on to tonight's final, from New York City, Taneisha Tennant.
And they reward the efficiency of Taneisha Tennant. She will move on to our finals. Brilliant counter-striking. Kay Hansen, Liana Pirosin. Pirosin in the blue from Brazil. Kay Hansen fighting out of Fullerton, California. Two young guns in this division, and there is the bell. Pirosin's coach studied under Rafael Cordeiro, legend of the shootbox gym. Basically where they went to war every single day in Brazil. Sparring was like a fight.
Sounds exhausting.
It's absolutely awesome. Leads to some good leg kicks, and that's what she's throwing early. Okay, Hansen a little flat-footed, waiting for Pirosin to come in. Pirosin a little bit lighter on her feet.
She's doing a great job utilizing those feints, utilizing those small hip switches.
Nice head and arm throw, but Kay Hansen able to roll through and almost has her back, and that's it, has the back. Not quite the other hook in, not quite the body tremble. Right now, just one hook. But they love this position at 10th Planet. Going hard for the rear naked early. Just one hook, but don't think that'll make her slow down. Kay Hansen where she wants to be, only a minute done in this fight. Defend your Pirosin, defend that bottom arm. Keep it from slipping underneath the jaw. So now Kay Hansen, both hooks in. Now go body triangle, yep. We know how miserable that can be to be in that thing.
It really is, but Pirosin is doing a great job. She's reversed the position.
Good job. Exploding at exactly the right time, but still has to pull that left arm out. Pirosin keeping the pressure on, not wanting to back up and make it a kickboxing match. Might want to kick. Whoa, nice job kicking the leg out. That is a Kay Hansen move. Great timing on that kick and straight back to the takedown. No surprise there.
Beautiful transition there. She just level chained right at the perfect moment.
Pirosin went for that rubber guard, but good pass by Kay Hansen into half guard. Stepping over into full mount. See Pirosin trying to fish that leg, get back to half guard, and she does it.
Hansen is just doing a phenomenal job of riding on top of everything that Pirosin throws up. She's doing a good job of distributing her weight. She's not getting overcompensating in, you know, more towards the legs, more towards the head. She's just doing a great job of riding and just controlling when she needs to.
Very heavy hips so far from Kay Hansen. Liana Pirosin trying to stay smart in the half guard. Trying to come out the right side. Good job by Kay Hansen putting weight down. Trying to go deep half to come out. Good job by Kay Hansen staying on top, trying to slide that left knee through. Excellent ground battle. Both these ladies, a lot of skill.
Now Pirosin, when she does bridge that, is using a lot of energy. She's trying to muscle that and create space. And as this fight goes on, she's going to be doing that less and less.
That's why when you have a heavier opponent on you, so really kind of just put that weight down. It's like having a gigantic blanket full of rocks on you. Takes all the energy out of you.
It really does, and Hansen is doing a good job of not passing the side control. She is forcing the half guard, which when you're in a half guard position, it forces the technical get up, and not a lot of people know how to technically get up without muscling.
Good top pressure by Kay Hansen. Pirosin trying to work that half guard. Sweeps have so far not been effective, hasn't been able to find a way out. Good short punches by Kay Hansen. Now in full guard. Walking her legs up. Kay Hansen trying to slam her way out, and she does.
Some brutal ground and pound there.
Now thinking guillotine, she's over the top of the head. She has a very nasty guillotine neck crank combo. The Pirosin back to her feet. Will she back up and try to get some space here? And Kay Hansen does not let her.
Beautiful.
Yeah, great
beautiful
timing.
shot.
A lot of fighters would just let her get away and try to set up the takedown again. And she followed those hips right to the center of the cage.
Just incredibly relentless, Jimmy.
Not giving her any space at all. Great first round for Kay Hansen. But the great thing is, we know now what the score is. It is 10-9 Kay Hansen. No guesswork involved now. You see there, all three judges, 10-9 Hansen. It's an easy call, great takedown. On top, a lot of the first round, good ground and pound. Nice quick left hook by Liana Pirosin.
That was a beautiful takedown defense. She's starting to read that open match shot, but Kay is so persistent on the cage with her takedowns.
And also so powerful. You see when she locks up both hands when they get down by the hips. She's just the more powerful fighter.
Vai ali, vai ficando de pé. Bora, 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 bora. Isso, vai, 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 de pé. Cuida do pescoço, vai pras costas dela.
Good job by Pirosin getting back to her feet. Fighting off the guillotine, keeping the head high.
Vai andando pras costas,
See if
isso.
she gets a takedown of her own. Kay Hansen showing good balance. Nice knee around the body. Trying to get to the head, but not a lot of force on it.
Aê, empurra e sai daí. Vamos pro meio do cage.
Gotta watch the counter throw from Kay Hansen.
Beautiful transition reversal there from Hansen. She did a great job digging that underhook, circling out towards that side, and you know Pirosin didn't try to cut her off, and it was an easy transition.
Our tournament finalist Taylor Guardado, similar build, stocky, strong, and persistent in positions like this. Both those fighters very similar to me.
They really are, and Hansen is doing a phenomenal job with her head control. She is just digging that right into the chin, and she's making it super hard for Pirosin to be able to dig that underhook and look to circle out.
One thing she does with consistency, Kay Hansen, she changes levels. She knows the time to commit her whole body to the double leg or the single leg, just like that.
Beautiful, and she does a great job of gripping under the hips to be able to really use that level change and use her hips to be able to land throws like this.
Almost directly into full mount. She needs to free her foot. She goes back to half guard, but as you said, that might be a tactical choice. It might be safer to stay in half guard.
It really is. I feel like, you know, Pirosin is going to kind of slowing down a little bit in this round, and she's not going to be as explosive or as powerful trying to bridge out of those positions, because it is a very technical position, whereas Kay can really be heavy, do a lot of damage, and it forces Pirosin to move. It is all on Pirosin to be able to move and change something, because Kay is in an absolutely dominant position right now.
Great job with the left hand. Bo Roberts, American Horror Story actor. Hashtag Phoenix Series 3. Let us know what you think. He is right. Bulldog mentality. So far, Kay Hansen, the bulldog in this fight, tenacious. Just will not give up that frisbee. You know when you throw the frisbee for your dog and they won't give it back to you?
Yes.
You have dogs, you understand what
I do, yes, and they do that all the time. They like to run away.
I have pit bulls, you have Rottweilers. You know, it's
Same.
yeah, same thing. You see those short strikes right on the button. Pirosin just has to find a way out of these positions, because right now, Kay Hansen, nothing to fear. Heavy with the hips, in half guard. Short strikes, not having to overcommit to any one strike.
Pirosin does have that butterfly hook in, but the way she's positioned on the cage, it is so hard to be able to create space. But Kay is just right again. As soon as she looks to stand up, it's back on those hips, back on those legs, and looking for the takedown again. She's just so tenacious.
Now going over top, thinking neck crank or guillotine. She has no trouble committing to that when she wants it. Slips away, beautiful takedown. Right into She in full mount, can't see, nope, back in the half guard. She seems comfortable in the half guard, unloading with the short punches.
And it's working. She's doing a phenomenal job of getting off a lot of damage. She's not having to use a lot of energy to do that, and she's forcing Pirosin to move. It's forcing Pirosin to be able to force the action.
And to use energy to get nowhere. Yes. That's the hard part. When you're forced to expend a lot of energy just to get back to half guard, just to get back to zero, that is so difficult physically and mentally.
Yes, it can be very disheartening because you've used all of this energy for nothing.
Another wipeout round for Kay Hansen. She ends going for the heel hook. She will not get it, but another dominant round for Kay Hansen. There is Liana Pirosin, there is Kay Hansen. They're ready to throw down for round 3.
Vai, step e pay. Vai.
There are the totals right now. One judge did have it 10-8, so it's 2017, 2018, 2018. So far, a wipeout for Kay Hansen. And this is exactly how Liana Pirosin did not want to start round 3.
She really didn't. As coming into this round, down 2 rounds, she needs to have a shutout. She needs a finish coming into this round, and this is not the position that she wants to be in to do that.
Going deep half guard, trying to come out the back door. Kay Hansen trying to scramble as well, catching the neck on the way out. Hips aren't in a great position to finish the choke from the front, however. But she can sweep, and she does. Kay Hansen just a step ahead in all of these ground scrambles, all of the ground exchanges. She's just a level above so far Liana Pirosin.
She really is, and Pirosin just doesn't seem to have an answer for everything that Hansen is throwing at her. And I think that has been the theme of this fight, is just she's just one step behind from the start to right now.
And also another thing to keep in mind, if you've done a lot of jiu-jitsu, you've done a lot of submission grappling, deep half guard and positions like that are great. They're extremely useful in a lot of jiu-jitsu tournaments and stuff like that. When someone's punching you in the face and they have very, very heavy hips, they're not worried about necessarily passing, it's hard to get a lot of those techniques going.
I agree, Jimmy, but she's doing a phenomenal job. She's got back up, but Kay, again, right, so tenacious on that body lock. She's looking for the takedown again, level changing.
Doing everything right.
She
going
really
to the
is.
Single leg now.
If the lift's not there, don't waste energy, just go clap.
And she's in a position, and she, as far as we know, she knows the score. I didn't hear what her corner was telling her, but she has to know she's way ahead. She can stay in this position the rest of the round. The fight is hers. It is Pirosin who has to get something done. That means separating and landing basically a knockout shot.
I agree, Jimmy, 100%.
We're about halfway through round 3. A bad takedown attempt from the outside. Pirosin saw it coming. Look at that beautiful roll all the way to the back. How often do you see that? Not very.
That was beautiful. But, you know, Pirosin is now reversed and she's back on top. Let's see if she can do something with this. She's got just over 2 minutes to really get to work and look for the finish.
Yeah, staying on top and maybe winning the round. That's not good enough. She needs a finish.
You pressure here. Get her thinking, Kay. Don't fall for anything.
Kay Hansen breathing very, very heavily. She should be. She spent a lot of energy in this fight. Very explosive takedowns. And you see Liana Pirosin looking for that home run shot. Trying to time that knee, but it does not catch Kay Hansen coming in.
Absolutely beautiful, beautiful takedown by Hansen. The drive through that was picture perfect, beautiful technique.
Pirosin going for the armbar, trying to get it extended. Kay Hansen trying to bring her shoulder down and her head up.
Her elbows out, she should be good.
She is, both arms out now. Pirosin trying to keep weight on her. Now, thinking briefly heel hook, but her legs right now aren't in the correct position. Kay Hansen able to post on that left leg and stay out of danger. Nice job. Once again, back into half guard. And this is where she has dominated the first 2 rounds of this fight. In half guard, on top, short, powerful strikes.
Vai, acredita, vai, vamos ficar de pé. Foi, bate quadril, bate quadril. Bate quadril.
It's just been absolute domination from Kay Hansen. She has looked phenomenal, and it's almost intentional that they're looking for the half guard, forcing that technical get up, forcing those, explosive movements, being heavy with those hips, and just doing a lot of damage with those short, sharp punches.
Yeah, and a lot of times in side control, in the last second, trying to lock up a submission in armbar position. Will she get it? Just a few seconds left. She does not. Kay Hansen survives. And I think that was more than enough.
Gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. The totals are 30-27, 30-27, and 30-26, all for your winner by unanimous decision out of Fullerton, California, Kay Hansen!
Here we go for the bantamweight title, the armbar specialist versus the grinder, and Stoliarenko coming out like it's a 1-round fight. Very aggressive.
Very aggressive, Jimmy, and she has a lot of first-round finishes. She definitely has a...
Oh, nice high kick. That caught her, another one caught her. Oh, but she runs into a right hand. Back and forth, and she will pull guard, looking for that armbar. Cutting the angle, she's almost got it. Verzosa able to circle out just in time.
Beautiful hammer fist there.
Wow.
What an incredibly
Do they think they're in the tournament? It's a 1-round fight? No, this is a 5-rounder.
I know.
And they're fighting like it's a 1-rounder.
They really are. And traditionally, Stoliarenko is an incredibly fast starter. She is very, very aggressive with how she starts her fights.
Man, that head kick right on the money. See Verzosa blinking, another good right hand. Verzosa eating a lot of not just kicks, but punches as well. And Stoliarenko going down for that armbar. This time, Verzosa not going to the ground with her.
And that is what is so gangster about Stoliarenko, is she will pull guard. She will jump guard in the middle of a fight, looking for that armbar because she is so confident.
She believes once she goes to the ground, she can get it. She's doing a great job with the strikes. It was Verzosa who initiated the clinch. Head kick combo and the right hand over the top. Stoliarenko had her rocked. I believe she is still wobbly, Megan.
She really is, but Verzosa does have a little bit of an awkward, unorthodox style with her striking. She does have a tendency to be a little bit flat-footed, but she is very, very powerful when she does land.
She moves generally very, very well, but her head very stationary in this fight. That's why that overhand right has been so effective for Stoliarenko.
And she's doing a good job of bringing her head off the center line as they trade that right hand. So it's landing on Verzosa, but it isn't landing on Stoliarenko.
Stoliarenko committing to every single strike, be it the kick or the punch over the top. Verzosa hasn't been able to find her own offense yet. Could be biding her time, trying to drag this into the later rounds. One thing about being a finisher, if you can get them out of round 1, they slow down quite a bit. Could be what Verzosa is counting on.
It's really interesting to see because we're about 3 minutes into this fight now, and I feel like Stoliarenko and Verzosa are really settling into the fight now. It's not as crazy. It's, oh man.
And just as you say that, she lands a head kick over the top. Another right hand rocks her.
The toughness of Lisa Verzosa.
But she's got to get out of the way of these brutal punches. She has been a sitting duck, now rolling for the armbar again.
Oh my goodness. She is just so creative with her transitions, and she will throw up an armbar from anywhere.
No fear at all, trying to extend her body. If she can get her flipped over, she can finish this. So far, Verzosa able to stay on top. She's holding on to that grip for dear life. Because if Stoliarenko can get it extended, this might be over. She's got it twisted. Now it's a shoulder lock.
That does not look
Yeah, it's like an Americana from armbar position. Now she has that arm extended and able to turn it out again.
Oh, goodness.
Now the old school fans, Kazushi Sakuraba got to move like this, and a guy named Ebenezer Fontes Braga turned an armbar into an Americana, able to twist the shoulder. He got the tap. It can be done. I know that's Sakuraba, but it can be done. Stoliarenko has to let it go.
And she's doing a beautiful job. She's already looking to rotate her hips, and Verzosa is doing a good job of trying to stay square, but Stoliarenko is putting her feet on the hips, and that enables her to swivel with such intensity.
That's how you isolate the arm, is get your hips off the center line. But Verzosa, for the beating she has taken, will see the end of round one. We didn't have the audio for it, but I am telling you. See there, 10-9 all the way across the board for Stoliarenko. If you're Verzosa's corner, what you tell her is the worst is over. She's most powerful in round one. It's all downhill from here. Whether or not it's the truth, who cares? But that's what you tell your fighter.
Yeah, and the thing is that you have to really get them out of that mentality of the first round. It's like, look, we're settled into a fight. We're not going to be as fast twitch. We're not going to be as explosive. Now it's our time to get to work.
And none of the judges went 10-8 in round one. She's not in a, doesn't have a terrible deficit in front of her. She has a good round. And it's right back to even. That's what you think if you're Lisa Verzosa. And how much energy did Julija Stoliarenko use in that first round? That is a huge question.
It definitely looks like she is breathing heavier coming into this round, but also she's bleeding from her nose, so how much is that to do with not being able to breathe out of her nose? I don't know, but she does seem to have slowed down a little bit.
Oh, nice right hand by Verzosa. Good counter catching Stoliarenko coming in.
Beautiful uppercut there.
It's interesting, for such a great armbar, which she does have, we haven't seen any real takedown attempts. It's been guard pulls. She hasn't really tried to clinch or trip or commit to any leg takedowns.
No, she really doesn't, and she kind of throws those armbar attempts from nowhere. And it's very hard to train for that.
Not exactly of the position before submission school. That doesn't seem to be her thing.
No, definitely isn't. But that's what makes it so exciting.
Certainly fun to watch. Oh, nice right hand by Stoliarenko.
She's just doing such a good job of timing that right hand from Verzosa and trading, but making sure she brings her head off the center line. Beautiful right hand again there.
Wouldn't surprise me if that left eye starts closing up on Verzosa.
Beautiful lead leg.
Good job by Verzosa keeping that right hand up. Good counter leg kick. Briefly took Stoliarenko off balance. That's what allowed the right hand to slip in. It's like Stoliarenko could close her eyes and throw the right hand and it would land. Verzosa coming in the same way at the same angle every time.
Yeah, and Stoliarenko just seems to be the faster of the two with her striking. Verzosa seems to be, a little bit slower with the timing, and like you said, she's not really coming in at any different angles, so Stoliarenko knows exactly where she's going to be. She's not really giving her a different read.
I had a striking coach tell me one time, two fighters set a rhythm. The one who breaks the rhythm wins. The one who changes something up is the one who has the advantage.
I 100% agree with you.
So far, Verzosa coming in with the same offense every time, and Stoliarenko so far has it read. And probably because of that armbar skill, no takedown attempts so far from Verzosa.
Nice right hand for Verzosa.
Good timing on that one. Usually a fighter who's losing the stand-up battle will at least change it up, attempt a takedown. None of that from Verzosa.
Yeah, and I think the danger factor that Stoliarenko poses on the ground could be a big factor for that. Why risk going into Stoliarenko's world?
And there's the first commitment to the takedown. She rolls right for the armbar. Briefly in double leg position. Now going Imanari roll. That's a gutsy move in an MMA fight.
Well, when you're a Burmese bare-knuckle boxing champion,
I mean, you're not worried about getting punched. Yeah, why not?
Beautiful head kick there, returned by Verzosa.
Have you seen those Burmese fights? They are brutal. They are brutal. There's some they allow headbutts and everything. It is crazy. Check it out if you can. We will see the end of round two. Lisa Verzosa versus Julija Stoliarenko for the title. You can see it in her face. She is energized knowing that.
You really can, Jimmy. She looks super focused. And I think, I wonder if Stoliarenko, how does she change her game plan now?
Thought she landed some brutal right hands in rounds 1 and 2. Not as close with the armbar attempts, but will she change things up on the feet? Will she commit a bit more to the takedown? If you know the score, it allows you to evolve your game plan a bit. You know it's not working. Has to change things up. Does she have the toolkit to do that?
Big right hand for Verzosa. I would like to see her feint a little bit more as she enters into that pocket. Draw those counters out.
Because they've been big. Stoliarenko has committed to every punch. They aren't, range-finding kind of punches. They're big, solid right hands. When you get someone to throw that and miss, it takes a lot out of them. Good right hand by Verzosa. She's starting to kind of read the timing of Stoliarenko. And Stoliarenko, you said, had the speed advantage, slowing down a little bit now. Good sequence of punches, backs up Verzosa. Stoliarenko going back to committing to the right hand.
I think Verzosa is doing a really good job of using that lead side uppercut as Stoliarenko enters into the pocket. It creates a different angle. It's a punch that she can't see coming.
That blood really starting to flow out of the nose of Stoliarenko.
Drop that hook to the body. She's walking right into it. There you go. All nice. Keep it going. We'll move down to the center.
They're like two lambs fighting over some territory. They seem to attack at the exact same time, leading with their heads, really committing to the right hand.
Big stiff jab by Verzosa though. And I was literally thinking the same thing, Jimmy. It's like we have a lot of movement on the outside, and then they both throw with everything right at the same time, and then they're back circling. And I really feel like one of these fighters needs to continue and not reestablish that range. Keep on of that pressure and really start stacking up those forward momentum, that constant combinations, and that's what breaks fighters.
That's been a consistent theme tonight, hasn't it, Megan?
It really has.
We'll see a great right hand, we'll see a great jab. We saw in the Guardado fight, is that she had a good power shot, but not the 3 or 4, the 5 that'll back an opponent up, that will take them by surprise, that will get them physically moving backward, that will give you the real estate. It's all about the long combinations. The one who throws that's usually successful.
I 100% agree, Jimmy. And if you look at the face of Stoliarenko, she has a lot of damage on her face. So I feel like in these moments right here, Verzosa needs to commit. She needs to continue going forward, because whoever starts landing consistently first and backing up their opponent tends to be winning.
Oh, good right hand again by Verzosa. Another one. Stoliarenko firing back. You might wonder also for Stoliarenko, she has hit Verzosa with clean right hands, especially in round 1, plenty in round 2, plenty in round 3, and she hasn't really, her face is swelling up, but she hasn't really been able to really get Verzosa on her heels or moving back. Oh, nice cut on the bridge of her nose. Just as I said that, she may have really hurt her.
That could have been that she ended with a beautiful lead side elbow.
Yeah, it's sliced up good. Another good elbow.
Beautiful.
That cut is bad, very bad. Verzosa needs to turn it up now, because when they check that cut, this fight might be over.
See, the good thing is it's right in the middle of her forehead, so it's draining right down the straight of her nose and not going into her eyes, which could be beneficial.
So maybe she,
even though not getting cut is probably better.
Not getting all is more beneficial.
That is pouring blood now.
They both look like extras on The Walking Dead. That shows you a little bit how this fight is going and how much action there has been from beginning to now. We're only in round 3.
That lead side elbow is just doing so much damage. Look at the blood on her elbow.
Stoliarenko has found a target for that elbow. The doctor is coming in. It wouldn't surprise me if this is the last round of this fight.
Oh man, her mouth keeps coming out.
It looks like a faucet of blood on her forehead. That looks like she got hit with an axe.
And she's still smiling.
And she's still happy about it, Negan. She's still thrilled. I gotta say, I'm thrilled that we're in round 4. This has been a great fight. Stoliarenko ahead on 2 cards. Verzosa ahead on 1. But now Stoliarenko has a target, and the target is going to be that cut right in between the eyes. She's committing to every punch. It is now open and bleeding.
That jab is landing beautiful and snapping Verzosa's head back every time she lands.
And every time she lands it, there is literally a spray of blood. If you don't think that's going into both eyes, you're wrong. This might be the bloodiest fight I've seen in Invicta. And I mean both fighters.
It's been absolutely incredible.
It's been a war.
This has been a fans fight. Blood from the first round. You couldn't ask for anything more in a title fight.
Both fighters trading power punches. It's been back and forth. I put Stoliarenko ahead in the last round. 2 of the judges agree with me. Remember, fans, we're trying the open scoring for the first time. Therefore, we know we are not guessing. 2 judges have Stoliarenko ahead 2 rounds to 1. Going into this 4th round, it has been back and forth. Verzosa coming back in round 2, but in round 3, a horrible cut right between the eyes from a lead elbow. We talked about changing the distance, changing the pattern, changing the range. The elbow does that. Instead of a right hand, there's a shorter weapon coming at you from a different angle, and Verzosa just didn't see it coming.
She really didn't, and Stoliarenko has opened up 2 cuts, one just below the eye and one over the forehead, and that, man, beautiful jumping elbow there. And that has been the distance, as you said, closing that range and not letting Verzosa use those long range punches. Because once she did and she started landing consistently those long jabs and crosses, she was having a lot more success.
Stoliarenko her skin looks like she went to a tanning salon and went, blood, go for the blood look, because it is all over the front of her body.
And if you look at the mat,
Bad move by Stolia. It's the second time she's done that. Her mouthpiece has come out, she bent down to get it. Verzosa could have attacked. The referee did not say stop or break. Got to be very conscious of that. The referee doesn't say stop, your opponent can hit you. Now Verzosa being a sportsman, she didn't have to.
That cut is absolutely leaking now. And it looks like she has a cut over her left ear as well. It looks like there's blood coming from just on top of that left ear.
I think you are right.
You know, and probably from those now backside elbows. Man, Stoliarenko is really adjusting to the range and really finding a way to disrupt the timing and change it up.
Right when it looked like Verzosa had her timed a little bit in round two, it's like she was figuring her out. She was starting to land effective punches, and it's really hard even to not stand up and yell, stop doing that. If I was her corner, that's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah.
All Verzosa has to do is throw a kick in that situation. She knows her head's gonna go down. Can't do that unless the referee says break. Those coaching instincts when they come back.
But it is difficult, particularly for Verzosa, as she tries to initiate, and then your opponent, and so she's being a respectful fighter, and then your opponent is just bending down to pick up their mouth guard when the referee hasn't said stop. In the Guardado fight, they let it run until the action stopped. So that is up to the ref. So I feel like Stoliarenko definitely should not be doing that, and it should be up to the referee.
Yep. That time she came in with an elbow and got clipped with a left hook. Caught her off balance. Look at the mat. That is all from one fight. Shannon Knapp, big dry cleaning bill after this is over. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Once again, the doctor's gonna come in between rounds, and will we get a final round? We are gonna get a fifth and final round out of these two warriors. This crowd really appreciating this fight. So should the fans at home. It's been an absolute war. That's the only way I can describe it. Battle just doesn't do it justice. And you see the scores, they're kind of all over the board. Stoliarenko ahead on two judges' scorecards.
And that's what makes this open scoring so beneficial, because now we're in the championship round, and it is, we leave it up to the fighters to do the work that they need to do.
Exactly. There's no mystery, they don't have to wonder. Verzosa is putting everything into every punch. She knows she has to get a finish here. Stoliarenko, I don't see her taking her foot off the gas at all. That's just not how she's wired. But if Shannon Knapp books a rematch between these two fighters, she's gonna have to call a blood bank, because this has been one of the most grueling fights I have ever seen in the women's 135-pound division.
I agree with you.
Stoliarenko is covered in Verzosa's blood.
Her hair has changed color.
It's red.
It's red. Now red.
It's looked like she's been in a tanning bed full of blood.
She really has. And Verzosa, though, is doing a very good job. She is pressuring a lot heavier in this round, knowing that she is down 2 rounds and she needs to get the win.
That's part of the scorecard of the open scoring. She knows she's behind. There's no mystery to it. Stoliarenko still trying to land that big right hand over the top. She ate a left hook last time, coming in with the elbow, so she's been a bit more hesitant to throw it in this 5th round.
Beautiful job.
This is one of those, so you want to be a fighter type fights. This is what you show to somebody coming up who wants to be a mixed martial artist. You show them a fight like this and go, you can win, you can be a champion. But there are moments and rounds and fights like this where every jab means an ocean of blood coming down your face. That's the price a champion has to pay. Did you just hold up a piece of paper so you don't get sprayed with blood? She just did that. My broadcast partner, Megan Anderson, who, by the way, has done a phenomenal job tonight, just held up a piece of paper to not get sprayed by blood, and I appreciate that. You got a nice dress on. You do. That would suck to get blood all over.
Man, both of these ladies showing tremendous heart. The blood that is leaking from Verzosa's face, every time she gets hit, it is spraying everywhere. But she is so tough, and she continues to march forward, and she is landing that right hand so well.
She hasn't taken a backward step. The cut has not mattered. The beating she has taken from the right hand of Stoliarenko has not mattered. She has been in it to win it from the beginning.
You couldn't ask for a better title fight. We've seen everything. We've seen blood. We've seen people get rocked. We've seen tremendous heart. And both of these ladies are absolute gangsters.
Absolutely incredible. One of the best Invicta fights I have ever seen. Stoliarenko once again trying with that lead elbow. Verzosa coming forward, but in my opinion, it was Stoliarenko who made the adjustments at the right time to open up that cut. She changed up her offense, going from the punch to the elbow. It's Verzosa now in the final round of a championship fight who has to make the big adjustment and get something done. She needs a big round or a finish.
She really does, but I think Stoliarenko, it does not look good on the scorecards bit that she is backing up. And with a fight that is pretty close, we have it 2-1 based on the judges. It could flip the other way.
Oh my God, what a big shot. Stoliarenko attacking Verzosa as she's coming in, but Verzosa not backing down. 24 seconds left. The fans here standing up in appreciation. There are fights, there are battles, and there are bloody wars. This is one of the bloodiest wars I have ever seen in my commentating career. Hats off to both of these ladies, and it will go the distance. For the Bantamweight title, you have to give it up right now for Julija Stoliarenko versus Lisa Verzosa. Both of these fighters put it all on the line. Megan Anderson showing me her bloody notes. Now, I'm sorry, I can't give you like a hazmat suit before you go in there to do your interview, but do the best you can.
This has been a phenomenal, phenomenal fight.
Incredible. Look at the face of Lisa Verzosa. It is even worse than it looked during the fight. Cut in the center, cut below her eye. Spitting out pure blood. Incredible.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 5 exciting rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. You're already doing it, Kansas. One more time, give it up for both of these fighters inside the cage. Kevin Champion scores it 49-46. Verzosa. Greg DeVilbiss, 48-46 for Stoliarenko. And Judge Stephen Graham scores it 49-46 for your winner by split decision. And now the Invicta FC Bantamweight Champion of the World from Kaunas, Lithuania, Julija Stoliarenko.
And there is our very emotional champion. First Lithuanian to be a world champion, Julija Stoliarenko. Full of pride, full of emotion, all of it well-deserved as Shannon Knapp puts the belt around her waist, and she will speak to Megan Anderson after showing respect to her opponent. Taylor Guardado, Taneisha Tennant. This is our tournament final. And there is the opening bell. Taneisha Tennant in the black, Taylor Guardado in the green shorts. Both fighters won decisions to get here. They have fought an equal amount of time. They have not taken equal damage. Taneisha Tennant has hardly been hit. Guardado, a very tough fight. In the last round, she took some shots, able to win a close decision. Tennant certainly better in terms of the wear, in terms of the damage she's taken. The only issue, will she be busy enough in this fight against Hope Chase? Very, very close decision as well. Didn't really get busy until the end. Can she afford to wait?
She can. She has 3 rounds. And I think that will be interesting because you cannot come out super strong like you did for the 1-round fights. You have 15 minutes to work. So I feel like this tournament style makes it so interesting because you have to be able to fight both with a fast start and be able to go the distance.
Taneisha Tennant measuring just as she did in her opening 2 fights. Guardado trying to bait her into the takedown. You saw her reach a moment ago for a single leg, what they call a snatch single leg. Not much setup on it, wasn't able to get it.
Just phenomenal movement by Tennant, just shuffling right out of that range, and she's so quick to react.
Very good reflexes, slips very, very well. But Guardado puts everything behind every punch. She throws with a lot of power. I think that may have been the difference against De Jesus late in that fight.
There you go, nice.
She was able to land some big strikes. Taneisha Tennant has to beware of that power.
Everything beautiful.
Taneisha Tennant so far claiming the center of the cage, making Guardado come to her.
And I really feel like Guardado is having some issues closing that range. You know, Tennant's footwork and movement is so good, but she's utilizing those leg kicks. She's making it a longer range than just the striking range. And then as soon as Guardado tries to close the range, she uses that jab. Oy,
Nice kick.
Beautiful question mark kick there by Tennant.
I need volume with hands. Volume with hands.
By the way, just personally, I love your reaction to this kick. It's like you're at a Thai fight right now. It's my favorite. By the way, if you've never been to a Thai fight, everybody chants "Oi" every time somebody kicks.
They really
It's
do,
awesome.
yes.
It's awesome. I'm not gonna lie. I just feel like I'm in Thailand when I'm with you. It's awesome.
Thailand is a beautiful place.
It's a beautiful place. Taneisha Tennant trying to work behind the jab, pawing a bit. Nice right hand over the top by Guardado.
As the shorter fighter, I would like to see Guardado kind of double and triple up on that jab. She's going to have to take a couple punches to close that range, and you need to commit to that and just keep that range once you've closed it, and do not let Tennant reestablish it.
Another thing too, it changes the timing, and Tennant's so good at reading timing, so good at counter punching, double, triple jab. It keeps them guessing. If it's just gonna be 1 jab, maybe 2, maybe 3, it can throw a counter puncher off.
Some in front of it. Give me a little jab.
So far, Twitter, Dynamite for Life, likes the open scoring. So far, we've heard positive things from fighters and fans. But you should know on Twitter, nothing's totally positive, ever. Doesn't matter. Puppies, people will somehow troll them.
It is hit miss sometimes on Twitter. I definitely know from firsthand experience.
I don't even want to know.
You don't.
I don't want to know at all. I have no interest in knowing. And there's Guardado getting in with the body lock.
Tennant
May have gotten away with a
phenomenal
fence
job.
grab there. Sprinting to the fence. Not just running to it, sprinting.
And that's such a good game plan, because when you have the open match shot, it is so much harder to defend. But when you're up against the cage, it's almost like having a third person or like a brick wall there helping you with that takedown defense. And she's got phenomenal hips, great sprawl there. You know, Guardado is adamant on that leg, but Tennant doing a great job of really lengthening Guardado out and forcing her hands off of the leg.
Yeah, excellent job with the defense, short punches. Wouldn't surprise me if Guardado tries to kind of roll out of this position, sort of a Kelly, like a short duck under. I don't think she's gonna get the chance to do that, though. And that's how the round will end. Guardado going for the takedown. Tennant able to stop it. No surprise in the scoring in that first round, Megan?
I'm not surprised. I think Tennant did a phenomenal job. She nullified everything that Guardado came at her with and really executed a very smart first round.
Miranda Maverick, Phoenix Series 2 champion. She's on Twitter checking it out, supporting us. Please do the same. Phoenix Series. And it is Taneisha Tennant in the black versus Taylor Guardado in the green. This is our tournament finale. First round, 10-9, Taneisha Tennant. We know that because of the now open scoring. Pretty much what we expected. Tight counter punching, very, very patient. Guardado coming in, trying to get the takedown, trying to land big punches. So far, Taneisha Tennant a little too technical.
Guardado just hasn't been able to find her range. She has that big overhand and she wants to look to get to the body lock, but she just hasn't been able to do that. Tennant has been too technical, too patient, and just phenomenal at controlling the range.
Look at that.
Someone's mouthpiece just got knocked out. I think it's Guardado's. Taneisha Tennant, good straight left right down the pipe.
Nice check, nice check. Double over.
Guardado trying to wade in and get that big punch landed. But the jab and that short hook a little bit too quick. There's the hook again.
I like that volume. Keep that going, Taylor.
Don't know if the referee knows that the mouthpiece is out.
Double that jab,
Right now,
double that
this is a
jab.
lull in the action. Usually they'd stop right now to put the mouthpiece in, and he has not done that.
Let him miss.
Double that jab on that.
There you go. He sees it.
Go so far back. Okay, stay closer.
Good timing on getting that mouthpiece back. Didn't interrupt the action.
Stay in range.
Again,
Great job by the
volume, Taylor,
referee.
volume.
Stay there.
They go back to work. Yep. Best referees, the ones you don't notice.
Beautiful head movement by Tennant, just out of the way of that elbow. Guardado is doing a good job as she is forcing the action. She's coming forward a little bit more aggressively, but there's too much time in between that gives Tennant that range that she can kind of keep and reestablish and just go to work.
And the jab, it kind of creates a delay in your offense. The way I try to explain it, it's like trying to talk and someone shocks you. You can't quite finish your sentence. It isn't that bad. It just interrupts whatever you're trying to do. That's what the jab does for someone else's striking offense.
It really does, Jimmy, and I think Tennant is doing a phenomenal job of using that. She's just stopping Guardado with that jab right as she goes to be able to implement her combinations.
She's been throwing in the occasional sneaky right hand. There's one to the gut.
All right, you keep that volume in her face. 2 minutes.
Keep in mind, this is Guardado's pro debut. She was 9-1 as an amateur, but that was 9 years ago. 9-1, her one loss to Ronda Rousey. She had a kid, took a lot of time off. Said she didn't even train for 7 of those years. That is absolutely insane.
It really is. When I spoke with her earlier this week, she said that she has been training consistently since April of last year, so it hasn't even been a full year, but it just shows how good she is and how much tenacity and determination she has to come back and put on a phenomenal showing tonight on over almost 9 years off.
Yeah, she finds herself in the finals against Taneisha Tennant. And this has been mostly at Taneisha Tennant's range. Outside jabbing range, she's been able to find a home for the right hand. Guardado hasn't been able to get in her comfort zone the entire fight. Her body lock has been virtually a non-factor, hasn't been in that position much, no takedowns. She's been forced to wade in off big shots like that, but hasn't been able to kind of string them together enough to make a meaningful offense.
Yeah, she's only really throwing one, maybe two punches at a time. You know, when she does land that big leg kick, I would like to kind of her either to set it up with hands before or hands afterwards and really use the damage from that kick to be able to have some momentum and get a couple more shots off on Tennant. Like that, she did a phenomenal job coming forward, mixing it up, ending with the low kick, mixing between her striking and her kicks.
Certainly a better round for Guardado, trying to finish strong, but Taneisha Tennant trying to leave the impression in the mind of the judges by finishing strong in this round. A little bit of gamesmanship there, a little bit of showboating. Final round of our Invicta Tournament Phoenix Series 3. It is Taneisha Tennant in the black, Taylor Guardado in the green. 2 rounds to none for Taneisha Tennant. Now look, the boogeyman of the open scoring system is that people feel that a fighter who knows they are ahead will coast in the final round. Taneisha Tennant has fought a conservative game plan throughout this tournament. I just don't see that being a factor. She's not the kind of fighter to wade in recklessly anyway. I think she's going to keep fighting the way she has been fighting, simply because it's worked, Megan.
And I think one thing that I took from my interview with her after the semifinals is if she can do her, then she feels that she can beat anyone. And I think that is what she's doing. She's doing her, she's moving, she's having great footwork, she's not forcing anything, and I think that is what has been key for her this entire night.
And veteran fighters, and she's certainly not a veteran. This is only her 3rd professional fight. Remember, the other 2 are exhibitions. One thing you got to keep in mind is you never want to let an opponent mentally or physically back into the fight. A tweet from Ryan King, loving the open scoring for the Phoenix Series 3 event. Why MMA waited so long to introduce it is beyond me. That's a good question. Very good question. But hey, we caught up, we eventually did it. But what I mean by that is, a lot of times fighters are ahead, you kind of slow down, you let your opponent mentally back in the fight. They start thinking they can win it. Even if they're behind, you could get a 10-8 round, you can get a finish if you kind of take your foot off the gas.
I agree, Jimmy. And, you know, Tennant has opened up the nose of Guardado with that jab. She's doing a phenomenal job. She's now, as soon as Guardado is trying to force the entry, Tennant is doing a phenomenal job of shuffling back and throwing that right hand or throwing that jab and just keeping her at bay with those power shots and those stabbing jabs that are so effective.
I can tell by your voice, you're used to them just annoying you in sparring. When someone has a good jab, it is absolutely the worst.
Try sparring James Krause.
I'll grapple with James.
You will learn how annoying the jab can be.
Sucks. Good guy who's horrible to train with.
He is a phenomenal athlete, phenomenal coach, and is very, very long with his jab.
Horrible. Worst guys to train with. Guardado now bleeding out of her nose. Taneisha Tennant keeping that jab right in her face. Right hand is high, great cover on the opposite side. She doesn't make herself vulnerable when she throws it. Now, if you're Guardado's corner, what are you telling her for this 3rd round? Because she needs a finish, or at least a 10-8 to get a draw and force another round. What can she do?
She's just going to commit. You know you're down 2 rounds, and just commit and just go for it. I think she kind of hesitated with the range a little bit. She just needs to understand she's going to get hit, but try and hit Tennant as hard as she can at the same time.
Now, Taneisha Tennant, very, very technical, very, very savvy with her boxing. You generally don't hit a fighter like that with your 1st or 2nd shot, maybe the 3rd, 4th, or 5th. You have to throw that 5-6 strike combination like that. Try to get something going, because those first 2 just aren't going to land.
I agree, Jimmy. I think with somebody who is such a phenomenal counter-striker and has got great movement and head movement, it's, as a shorter fighter fighting somebody like Tennant, you have to high volume. You have to constantly be in their face, constantly making them back up. Don't let them reestablish that range and just force the action and make it a brawl.
2 or 3 punches. 2 or 3 punches, Taylor.
So far, Guardado content to reset in the center of the cage. Now one big shot, Taneisha Tennant can see it coming. She blocks it again. You see, I see what you're talking about in terms of she's always resetting and going back to the center rather than, okay, I've pushed her back a little bit, 3 or 4 more strikes might get her all the way to the fence. We haven't seen that commitment yet.
40 seconds.
30 seconds left in the fight. Can Guardado pull something that will turn this fight around? She needs a finish. She has to commit to the right hand. With 20 seconds left, Taneisha Tennant hasn't showed any chinks in her armor. Sound defense, great movement. That's why she's dominated this fight, Megan.
She really has. Guardado is definitely pouring on towards the end. I think she knows that she needs to kind of come away with a Hail Mary here.
The bell is going to ring. Without that happening, Taneisha Tennant, a brilliant tournament, a brilliant fight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. All 3 scored 30-27. Your winner by unanimous decision, and the Phoenix Series 3 Bantamweight Tournament Champion, still undefeated, Taneisha "Triple Threat" Tennant.